Driving. It remains one of the greatest risks we face in our daily lives.
Vehicle and driving safety is one of the most important initiatives we are taking to continue to improve our safety record in Rio Tinto. At Rio Tinto, being able to do our work safely is one of our highest values, and therefore we believe to further improve our track record we need to make huge strides in driving and vehicle safety, and that's why we've decided to launch a major initiative with that in mind.
We would like to change safety here at Kennecott Utah Copper from that which is driven by enforcement to one that's driven by behavioral science, to change the way people think so that they change the way they act.
In Rio Tinto, we drive in a fantastic range of conditions. Everything from things that many people will be familiar with in their own street to some very rugged terrains indeed. I hope that some of the changes that we're now discussing will have the ability to improve driving safety in every one of the conditions that we face within Rio Tinto.
We vet local drivers, make sure that they are trained extremely well by bringing well-trained drivers every year out here to do on-site training for our drivers. And then our drivers maintain a very, very high standard of vehicle maintenance and control.
We're focusing on light vehicles in particular because in the past much of our heavier vehicles and the driving associated with them have received an awful lot of attention. So much so that at times we tend to take driving in light vehicles or even on a normal road for granted, when in fact in many cases the hazards are just as great, if not greater. And for that reason we're actually launching some specific guidelines designed exclusively for light vehicles.
People's habits don't change just when they get to work. But in fact, what they do off-site, they do on-site, and what they do on-site, they're liable to do off-site. We've purchased and implemented Light Vehicle Simulator, which will virtually take people from their home all the way to the shovel working phase. After all, you know that most people, since they've obtained their original operator's license, probably have never had any hands-on testing and training on light vehicles.
Almost everything that we're trying to do in improving safe driving is about people's behaviour. It's not about a new set of procedures or new rules. It's making people aware of where their behaviour right now is leading to the possibility of a greater number of accidents, and actually changing behaviour to the point where it reaches habit strength. These changes that we're talking about are aimed at all kinds of driving, whether we're driving on a mine site or in some of our processing facilities, or coming to work or doing things away from work. Every time that we get into a vehicle, we want to instill a greater sense of the good driving habits and do everything we can to make those new practices stick. In this initiative, we've given specific emphasis to the interaction on our mine sites between heavy mobile equipment and light vehicles. This is where some of the greatest hazards exist, and in the past we've tended to put more emphasis on the driver of the heavy vehicle and less on the light vehicle. What we hope to do with these guidelines is to introduce practices that the light vehicle driver, through following, can take many of the risks out of this potentially very dangerous interaction.
The danger isn't with the big trucks. The danger is more with the people who think that the big trucks can see them, and that's the light vehicles. We would like each and every driver that operates in a mining environment within Rio Tinto to believe that they're invisible and they have to drive as if no one can see them. That's the kind of training and mindset that we're trying to build across our company as respects to operating light vehicles in heavy mining environments. I'd like to make a step change quickly in the way in which we drive safely.
but also has influenced how we cause other individuals with whom we interact to also drive much more safely. Our families, our friends, our customers, our suppliers. And through that, to actually make the world a safer place.